All right, hey, we're here with Mickey from Schumacher Electric. He's the CEO. Mickey, we talked last year a little bit about EVs and like what market Schumacher plays in EVs. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, happy to. So the EV market, like 3 or 4 years ago, was a lot like the dot-com bubble a couple, maybe 25 years ago, in that there was a lot of hype, not a lot of business cases behind the investment people were making, but we knew it was the future. I would say that that bubble burst a little bit this year, maybe a little bit more than a little bit, and it's still not going to go away. Right? Electric vehicles make a lot of sense for a lot of people in commercial settings and residential.
Yeah.
So we see EV playing a significant role in the marketplace, but it not as dominant as people thought, 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
So we have calibrated our investments. One of the things we said a long time ago was we didn't want to be on the bleeding edge, so that we were investing in EV in a point where we were forgetting our true heritage, and that is in performance and racing and high caliber products for professionals. So we wanted to continue bringing innovation in traditional products while we were investing in EV.
No.
And I think fortunately we played that the right way in that we didn't get overextended in EV.
Right. So I remember receiving a press release. You guys have come out with some new EV chargers, right, in this last year?
Yes. Yeah. So typical to a lot of how Schumacher brings a lot of other products to market is first we start with the end user. We talk about what problems they've got, basic stuff. But what we do better that I believe than others is we bring that product to market at a value where they're getting something that's safe, functional, and meeting the need at the same time. So we, through our innovation, have found ways to bring these products to market at a price point that it makes sense that everybody has. Right. So what I'm talking about is in the EV space, you can spend $200, $300, $400 on a product that'll charge your car.
Yeah.
We're coming to market in the mid 100s on a portable EV charger. And then next year we'll bring a level 2 portable charger to market so that everybody who has an electric vehicle should be buying a Schumacher EV portable charger and throw it in their trunk. Mm-hmm. Like money shouldn't be the reason you don't have that peace of mind that comes with being able to charge it wherever you are.
I don't think I've even seen a portable EV charger. How is it just like a big unit, or how big are they?
Picture a couple extension cords and a few business models. I don't know, like there.
That's portable. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so think of like an industrial sized computer charging cord.
Okay.
Like you got the base unit, got the plug, and then the vehicle side adapter.
Okay. Like what type of size are we talking about? Like milliamp hours or something like that, or is it?
Well, so we started with the one that will plug into the everyday 110 electrical outlet that you've got in your home.
Okay.
So everybody can have it. Everybody can use it. You're spending a significant amount of time, it'll give you the amount of charge that you want. But really where fast charging comes in is when you're into 220 and beyond. And the market for portable 220s is really starting to grow as consumers have wall-mounted units at home where they charge on the road at a public charging station. And we're just starting to see now that people want a portable 220. It's just, where do you plug it in? It's a little bit harder to find.
Right.
So it just gives you a little bit more utility so that when you're out and about and somebody else has an EV, you could plug yours into wherever they're charging as well.
Yeah. And we talked last year a little bit about like the economy and about the market, about people holding on to their vehicles for a longer time.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the economy right now and where Schumacher's going with it?
Well, today happens to be election day.
Yes.
So we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you could tell me how the economy is gonna go over the next few years, then I'll take your advice and I'll bet on it. But what we see is maybe more of the same.
Yeah.
Right. There are the economy's doing well for some people, but not most.
Yeah.
Right. And most of the people that we work with are using their hands for a living. They're working hard every day and they want to get more for their buck. And that's generally where Schumacher Electric has always been. So we want to bring products that, you spend $90 on a jump starter. We want to be able to give you a safe, high-performing jump starter for $90, but then also does more.
Mhm.
So we launched a product that has wireless charging in a portable jump starter.
Great.
So, and the cables detach so that you
Mhm.
could take that with you and use it as a power bank. So think about
Cool.
every car in America should have Schumacher Electric jump starter. It's
Mhm.
like 4 capabilities in one.
Yeah.
We're the only people in the market who could do it with a wireless charging.
Mhm.
So think about, hey, why do I need a jump starter? Well, I'm somewhere out and about, my car doesn't start. Well, chances are your phone has probably already died as well.
Right.
So we want to be able to make it very easy.
I like that.
Charging, nobody carries charging cords anymore because we got wireless chargers at home. A lot of the cars have wireless charging, whatever. So we wanted to make sure you could always have a power bank with you, jumpstart your car, or charge your phone.
I like that.
Very easy way to do it. And when we bring products to market for professional mechanics, we want to be able to have them save time using products with battery care.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's getting paid enough to be in this business. We want to be able to make sure that people can get their work done quicker, faster, easier, so that they get on and trying to make some money that's more billable than just the battery care. So we launched a benchtop battery charger manual settings so that you could load a lot of power into the car. Maybe the vehicle doesn't have a good alternator, the consumer's too cheap, or they mean cheap, but maybe they're taking the vehicle home with a bad alternator, they know it, but you want to be able to make sure that that car has enough or the battery has enough juice to start. So they could power that vehicle knowing that the consumer is ready to pick it up. They could set a timer on the charger, load it up with power, and it'll start when the consumer gets home and restarts the vehicle, so that they're not looking at the mechanic saying, hey, you sent me a car, it doesn't restart, what's going on? Well, you've got a bad alternator, you chose not to fix it, but I want to at least give you a healthy battery.
Like it. And how do you feel about like Schumacher's niche, I would say, in the charging industry?
I feel good about
Very
it.
good.
I like our chances.
Yeah.
So, well, as you're walking around this show, you'll see a lot of good competitors, right? And it's an industry where I think the people who have been in it in a long time, but like Schumacher Electric's been in power conversion for 77 years. This is what we've always done. We've always been in power conversion. Nobody else can say that. But the people who have been in this business for a long time and take care of the professionals in the business, we all want to do it in a safe way. And I think what really the big message is you can't go buy everything at a cheap price with the marketing claims that they give you. Because what I'm saying is you got to buy from a credible partner.
Yes.
You don't want to buy tools that are too cheap, because they probably are too cheap.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that we're giving that tool at a value.
Yeah.
Not, too much, but enough to make sure that it's safe, durable, reliable, all those other things, but not so cheap that we're going to give you a bad experience.
What would you say is your top seller right now?
So the market for jump starting is still larger than chargers.
Yeah.
By far, I don't want to say we're the kings of the charging business, but we do pretty okay.
Yeah.
We do well in charging. So I would say we outperform in the charging world, and there's a whole bunch of us who are doing a really good job with jump starters. And we've got 2 particular products that are really leading the industry right now in jump starting. So charging and jump starting is what we're all about.
I like it. Yeah. Any questions?
Thank you.
Well, you have any questions for me?
Yeah. So how do you see this industry? You talk to more people in the industry than I do. Any trends or any macro, like?
What I've noticed, as because I am a consumer as well, obviously large purchases are almost out the door for almost everybody right now.
Okay.
I like companies that have a value product. You're not going to spend several $1,000s on a Schumacher Electric or charger at home, obviously. So it helps for the industry that you guys are in. So I like the smaller, for me personally, the businesses that are going to thrive right now are the ones that aren't charging like absorbing that amount of money for people.
Right,
Large
right.
purchases are again out the window for most people.
Well, like what we like to talk about is we sell a value product at any price point.
Yeah.
So we have some products that are, let's say, $60, like or even less with like a 1 amp maintainer.
Right.
And that's a value. What you're going to pay for what you get at a 1 amp maintainer is more than like some of the cheap products in the market.
Yeah.
And we've got wheel chargers that are going for over $1,000.
Right.
But it's a tool that you could then, you get more benefit by using that product at the higher price point. And it does a lot, right?
Yeah.
So you get a lot of features at $1,000,
Right.
high price point, but a lot of value.
Yes.
You know, and we've got, you know, everybody else in the industry in wheel chargers doing a good job. But I think we've got more of a value priced product than everybody else.
What would you say is the product you're most proud of right now?
I would say our lithium jump starters in general that we've come to market with over the past 3 years.
Okay.
So we've got a suite of products. We started with the middle of the market with products that really are for the traditional Schumacher customer, somebody who knows what they're doing, they know how to use equipment, and they value the dependability and the higher price points. And then we came down the market to meet the everyday consumer, because they're like every season, there's a season for Schumacher all the time. And that's what we're doing with the wireless jump starter. We're at a $90 price point where it's for the mass market.
Right.
So I feel like we've done a nice job with lithium jump starters in that we've covered our traditional Schumacher customer, and we're now being able to reach out to the mass general population with our current versions.
Right. I remember talking a little bit last year about the overlanding world and how that's really gotten huge. And I feel like it's still going.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
It's still, yeah. And I remember we saw a product that you guys had that would help charge the alternator or off the alternator while the vehicle was still.
Yeah, DC to DC chargers.
Yeah. How's that market so far going?
I would say that industry has slowed down a little bit.
Okay.
I would say the people who are into it still love it.
Yeah.
But the casual folks aren't spending the money like they would have. You know, back to your earlier point, I'm not going to go, let's say ATVs, boats, marine, RVs haven't been selling the way they used to, like over the last 4 years. So I would say the products for Schumacher have done well, but we haven't been able to bring the casual consumer in.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we've been busy. We've been doing a lot of different products, a lot of different segments.
Yes, I've seen quite a few of the press releases looking good. I'm impressed with everything that's coming out. Again, we talked last year about like your portfolio is massive of products.
Some people love that.
Yeah.
Not our engineers.
Yeah.
It's like it's too much to manage.
No,
But yeah, we have innovation coming on all of our platforms.
Yes.
And the cool part is we have a really good, solid following from the Schumacher fans. Like we have people who talk to me about, my father used your product, I want to give it a try. And we're not like that Oldsmobile. Like we're not making like your father's or your grandfather's Oldsmobile. We're making innovative current products, but from a brand that everybody trusts.
And that's what everybody wants, right?
I hope.
So.
I hope.
I hope so, and I would say so. That's my number one priority personally when I make a purchase.
Yeah. And again, there's everybody in the industry has their way to go to market. There's a handful of brands that we go to business with that I would say, are also credible, right? It's just particularly how we go to market is credible and value.
Yes.
And others do it in a different way.
I get it.
It's a good industry.
It is.
We meet a lot of great people, the professionals who support consumers without any types of vehicle are like I like being around them, right? It's a good industry to be in, feel good about yourself because it's like an authentic type of industry.
It is.
Easy way to say it.
Yeah. I like that.
And you guys meet more of us than I do. So
Yeah.
you would say so.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love the industry. It's a great industry, and I feel like people, like you said, are authentic. People are passionate about their vehicles and they're passionate about their car care. You
Yeah.
know, people are gonna put their money into their car because they care about the car. It's how they get around. It's how we live.
Yeah, and Schumacher, like, I'm sure you know the history of our racing team and performance, and it's a very competitive,
Yeah.
but in a like a team collaborative kind of way. Like we're all making each other better, and that's kind of the fun of it.
Great. All right, that's our interview with Mickey. You guys got any further questions? Anything else to add?
No, good deal.
Hey, this was a great interview. I appreciate it. And from last year, one of my favorite interviews, and again this year.
I love it.